Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. A little bit out of breath there. Don't have COVID, I promise. But it wouldn't even matter to you. It's not like you can get like virus. Anyway, so let's get into today's topic because we haven't talked Giants in a little bit. And I kind of want to discuss about the Giants, the most important players of 2021. Who are the guys that, are going to not make or break our season, but are going to be like, if they're good, we're going to be a good team. And if they're bad, it doesn't look too good. So one of the first people that comes to my mind is Matt Parrott. Now, people say like the weakness on your line, you're only as good as the weakness on your offensive line. No, you can kind of make up for deficiencies. I never understood that segment. I'm thinking about making just a sports pet peeves video where I mention that. Matt Parrott, he showed flashes last year, but when people figured him out, they really felt like they could control him. He opens up his hips a little bit too much. We all know the thing. He has long arms. Sometimes he's overly reliant on them. The stunts, he's not too good with picking them up, not too good with knowing. He's going to be next to Will Hernandez, who in past history hasn't really worked well with a tackle that is to his outside. But Matt Parrott, the thing is with him, he has such potential in this league. He might be like Alex Leatherwood. He's athletic as all hell. Pretty decent in the run game. Like, he can move people. You don't have to worry about him moving people. But as far as pass blocking, he could get beat, and he could get beaten bad. Now, the thing with Alex Leatherwood is sometimes he doesn't really have that athleticism to the outside. But Matt Parrott does. He just leans a little bit. He puts his head down a little bit too much because he has such a big frame. And sometimes against smaller guys, he tries to land his punches. He doesn't even punch sometimes. It kind of just like he places his hands. But yeah, use your strength, Matt Parrott, and it's really important to us because Daniel Jones got sacked 3 times against the Baltimore Ravens. If you have Daniel Jones able to develop continuity and to know his offense, he knows his offense, but for him not to be scared and just play through the rhythm of the game, especially against good teams where he's not getting rushed and he's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to throw it this place, which he did against Tampa last year. If you have him in the pocket, he's one of the best just pure pocket throwers in the league. Sometimes, with the wind and with the rain, it's not the best. But yeah, he can still do it. Also another overused term, he can make every single throw. That's what people say about every single quarterback. But let me guess, they're not going to make every single throw. They can. No, not even like Joe Burrow messes with his outside routes. He's not really good at those. The next player that needs to be good for our team is Xavier McKinney. Now, why is this? So, first of all, you got a bunch of safeties there. I think Logan Ryan takes a little bit of a step back this year. I think Xavier McKinney, the problem is with us in the past is covering tight ends. He's amazing at covering tight ends. He has that instinct. I think he's a smart player. Also, it gives us if he's good, it gives us flexibility with Jabril Peppers. It gives us to say, you know what, Jabril, you're good for us, but we have Xavier McKinney here. How much are you really worth? Now, people love Jabril, and I think he's gonna be willing to accept a little bit of a discount because he really enjoys his spot with the team. But take a look at it. Special teams, he's not really going to be used in that way anymore because we have a guy like C.J. Board potentially if it gets cut. I don't know, but we have enough special teams with Joe Judge. Eventually, when you get older, you're not really using special teams either, unless you're just a pure special teams guy like Nate Ebner. But if Xavier McKinney is good, it's him, and then he gets to control that spot. Now, I think Jabril plays a little bit of a different role. He's built more like a linebacker, while Xavier is built more like a defensive back, and I don't really trust him in the box that well. In spots, yes, he's agile that way. He could sneak behind, some wide receivers trying to block him. That never really works. But yeah, I think that if Xavier is good this year, it just makes everything better. So those are 2 players that we just drafted last year that are uber important for us. Now, the obvious thing would be me to say like a pass rusher, and Azeez Ojulari is very important to us this year. But another really important player is Saquon Barkley. As obvious as that is, Daniel Jones, if you look at his stats with and without Saquon Barkley, it's night and day. I believe it's like 21 touchdowns and 9 interceptions with Saquon Barkley, and then without him, it's like he is like last year, like 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's what he is without Barkley. We saw the entirety of last season. We also saw with the Washington football game, The one was like 42 to 35, and at the end of his rookie year. He's also a threat in the backfield. He can do so many different things. Saquon needs to block well. Saquon needs to run well. Now, can we rely on this? I don't know. But if Saquon comes back to his rookie season form, it's going to allow so much less pressure on Daniel Jones to execute the offense, just make the right throws at the right times, and you'll be fine. This Devontae Booker, who's basically like Wayne Gallman, he even has a fumbling problem, but maybe we'll see. But this kind of take what you can get type mentality with Devontae Booker, it might not help out Daniel Jones. And if we have a guy like Saquon Barkley that could do a bunch of things, that can bust out a 25-yard game without Daniel Jones having to rely on all the explosive plays, that's gonna be really helpful. That's gonna be amazingly helpful for Daniel Jones. And another guy that I want to mention is, believe it or not, it's Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton and Daniel Jones have a really, really good connection. And now Slayton, he's going to be wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 4 by the end of the season. But him catching the ball in spots, because he had a decent amount of drops last year. I'm not sure if they're classified as drops. He had a decent amount of okay, yeah, probably should have caught that. But he's going to be really important for Daniel Jones to stretch out the field a little bit more vertically. Kadarius Toney is more horizontally. But yeah, if he's able to make those down the field plays against those cornerback 2s, cornerback 3s, and maybe a team's playing zone and be able to find that zone, and know the route tree well enough to know where to break when a DB is this place, or where the sticks are. Darius Slayton is going to be very key this year because he had 8 touchdowns in his rookie year. Don't forget about that. And that's going to be uber important. Now, you can say Kenny Golladay as well. There's a lot of important players on this team. And if he is gone, it's pretty much last year. All he did was swap, Golden Tate for Kadarius Toney. That's basically all he did. And maybe you hope that Sterling Shepard's a little bit healthier. But yeah, we have a pretty deep wide receiver core. We have Dante Pettis. We might cut Dante Pettis. He'd be the wide receiver 2 for the Detroit Lions. That's not really saying much because the Detroit Lions suck. But yeah, I think you catch my drift here. Another player that's going to be really important, and this will be the last one, Graham Gano. Now, there are a couple honorable mentions of this. Dexter Lawrence is going to be important. Carter Coughlin, I think, is going to be really important as well. But Graham Gano, usually with the second year, after a kicker has a great year, they regress, unless your name is Justin Tucker. Is it going to be a problem this year where Graham Gano is not going to get those 52-yarders that we really need? That's going to add up towards the end of the season. Now, it's going to be important because we're going to play in a decent amount of tight games this year because we're a good team. It's not going to be one of those things where it's just we're going to get blown out. Last year as well, we didn't really get blown out that much. So he's going to play a key pivotal role. He misses one field goal, and all of a sudden, Daniel Jones has to score a touchdown at the end of the game instead of kicking a field goal to win it. So, that's going to be very important. And as stupid as it sounds, Ryan Santoso. No, but as stupid as it sounds, the kickers are important to this game. People are kickers don't matter. But then when your kicker misses a 52-yard field goal, in that Bears game, the Eagles-Bears game, you have Cody Parkey hit the crossbar. Mitch Trubisky drove his team down the field, and people forget that. People will remember how Mitch Trubisky drove his team down the field. People will remember that Billy Cundiff drive. You had what was it? Maybe Joe Flacco drove him down. I'm guessing that's what happened in that game. You're just forgotten in history. Now, as far as history, Super Bowl, not this year, no, but we need a consistent kicker. Whether it's Graham Gano, Ryan Santoso, we need a kicker who comes in and we're reliant on him. And we took that for granted a little bit last year where we had Graham Gano okay, come in, instead of getting a first down. Instead of going for it on 4th and 1 on the 35, we're oh, no, we're good. We can bring the field goal kicking unit in. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know, did I miss an important player that you guys think is uber important to the Giants' success? I just picked 4 or 5 for this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.